day 7 and we're taking the JR line to Tokyo Station for the Shinkansen to get to Osaka. I feel sad to leave Tokyo. It's been so great here and I could see us enjoying a much longer stay. There's just so much we did, but so much we didn't get to do, and we just had to keep reminding ourselves that this is just one of many visits that we'll make here.
So one thing I wasn't really expecting when we came here, Japanese people in Tokyo, for breakfast, they're really into bread. Like really into bread. You can just get a giant slab of bread with toppings you like, or just plain toast with your coffee in the morning. Usually it's pretty inexpensive, and that's what a lot of people are doing. So if you like bread, Tokyo is a great place to visit. Train snacks. We had such a good time there, and our server was so nice, she threw in a couple cans of free beer. So, thank you. Cheers. Day 1 in Osaka, and man, it's wild here.
It's all the vibes. We're here for it. We got all checked into our Osaka hotel and we were about to take a nap, and we realized there's free alcoholic beverages, sodas, desserts, a whole array of goodies. So we rallied and came back downstairs. We got a chocolate pudding, a highball,
Beer, Coke Zero, like a little cake.
Very exciting times.
Very fun.
Getting some complimentary beer.
Cool. Tornado beer. Obviously, going to convenience stores is a huge part of why coming to Japan on vacation is fun. There's a Lawson right next to this hotel we're staying at, and I thought to go with my free beer, I would get some Lawson, kind of these like chicken nuggets. They have a bunch of different flavors. This is the blue one, the lemon one. I've tried the red before, it was really good. And I tried the special sweet and sour sauce inside one, but this is the lemon one. That's really good. It has a surprisingly like natural lemon flavor. It doesn't taste like a jar of lemon pepper seasoning you get in the West. So you get this, it's good.
Our hotel does free cultural events every day of the week, and tonight they're making takoyaki, which is a famous street food from here in Osaka. Why do I get the feeling that our hotel just doesn't want us to leave? They're giving us all these reasons to hang out. This is pretty cool. Gotta skewer this puppy. Itadakimasu.
Thank Thank you.
Osaka's dope. Osaka's our kind of town, baby.
Yeah, it's like Venice meets Las Vegas meets Japan.
It's just delightfully grungy enough.
So we're here in Dotonbori in Osaka along the river where the Glico Man is, and we were hoping to catch it light up. It lights up after sunset, and it's an incredible sight. The Glico company, which made the Running Man sign, is the parent company for Pocky, who makes those delicious snacks, those chocolate coated pretzel sticks. Well, hopefully we'll catch the lighting, see it all lit up, but it's really crazy here. There's boats going up and down the canals. There's all these street stalls open. It's a really fun time. We're happy to be here.
We became instant fans of Don Quixote the second we stepped in one, and they've got this iconic one here along the water. It even has its own Ferris wheel. I'm not sure if we're gonna do it though. I think I might be chickening out. I mean, would you even really call that a Ferris wheel? It's got its own unique shape to it. I don't know, would you do it if you were here? Let us know. We've only been here for a few hours, but honestly, Osaka feels like our type of wonderland. There's just so much unique stuff to discover. There's just everything everywhere. Everything everywhere all at once. No, it's really exciting, and we're happy to be here. We're a weekend on our trip, and we haven't done tempura yet, but we're gonna fix that right now. Wagyu beef tempura. It melts in your mouth. It's beautiful.
So we're eating the most delicious tempura I've ever had in my life, and I'm starting to think this is like a viral place because everyone is filming. The food is incredible. The chef is just working. He's a master. Yeah, I'm just feeling very, very happy to be here.
Feels like we stumbled upon a gem.
And our server even asked us how we found about this place. And there was a line of people, and in Dotonbori in Osaka, there's so many places that don't have lines. I was just noticing oh, there's a big line for that. Let's just wait. We got time, let's wait. And I was telling that to our server, who speaks incredible English, and he was like, you guys are really lucky. So, and I feel lucky. This is a great spot.
Cheers to that.
These might be the most exciting vegetables on planet Earth. This place is amazing. The batter is so light and crispy.
Heaven on earth.
Did I say amazing 3 times?
That's okay.
It's so good. It's amazing. Soft-boiled egg tempura. Oh my god.
We've never had that before.
No, it's so good. This is our second round, so we're just we're so impressed and we're so hungry and everything is good. It's well, let's just keep it going.
Oishi!
Oishi. Well, are you full?
Super full, but super happy. This was so much more than I bargained for.
Everything's incredible. And it's time to start walking.
Great first night in Osaka. I'm still in shock over that meal we just had. I feel like the foodie travel gods sent that to us as a huge win. I don't know how we could top that at this point. We'll put the information down below in the description if you're in Osaka and you want the best tempura of your life. You'll have to check it out. So we've been in Osaka for just half a day. We got checked into an amazing hotel with all these freebies we weren't expecting. Took a little rest, came down here to Dotonbori, and it is such, like Isaac said to me earlier, it's such like a fair vibe. Like there's a lot of people. It's crowded, but it's not like oppressive to me. I've had way more crazy crowded experiences being a Disneyland person, past member. But we just had this insane meal, and I just can't help but think like Osaka is our kind of town. This is our kind of fun, and we've just barely scratched the surface. I'm already super grateful that we made the call to do a nice chunk of time in Tokyo and then a nice chunk of time here. I don't know about you guys, but when we're traveling, we feel like if we blow through places too fast, it's a bummer. You want to like stay for a few days and get comfy, get cozy, get to know a place. So that's what we're doing. What do you think of Osaka?
Yeah, I think Osaka is cool. It's kind of like a party town. It's a fun town. The biggest differences between Osaka and Tokyo is like people are gonna bump into you in Osaka. In Tokyo, you know, everybody's staying in their own lane. Everybody's being very polite. Osaka is a little bit more like having fun, hitting the town, and Osaka is very cool. I'm happy to be here, and it's kind of a cool conclusion for our trip. You know, we have a couple more days, but Osaka is the second site. Like we spent about a week in Tokyo, and now we're in Osaka, and it's gonna be really fun to keep exploring the city.
But also let loose.
Absolutely.
We need that.
Yeah, we need to just like chill out. We're gonna do some hysterical stuff tomorrow, and we're just gonna keep enjoying Osaka.
It's our first full day here in Osaka, first morning waking up here, and we're back on our old business. We had to get Komida's coffee. We're obsessed, and we've just decided we're gonna have as many breakfast sets as we can before we leave because it's pure magic.
So we just took the subway to Osaka Castle. It is a pretty huge complex, and when we got off the train, we immediately were like, we need more coffee. We hit it hard last night in Dotonbori, so
Osaka style.
yeah, it was really fun. But fortunately for us and people who do like Starbucks, Japan is obsessed with Starbucks, and there's Starbucks in like every big major national park, so there's a Starbucks here.
Right there.
Yeah, which is kind of fun. So we're gonna grab a coffee. Okay, so it was hard to see from where we were walking, but not only is there a Starbucks, there's a Lawson and there's like another little bakery. This is kind of a cool complex.
And suddenly we're in bakery heaven. This looks really good. So I think we definitely found something a little better than Starbucks, at least for our experience. This bakery here, our baker, I think it might be a Taiwanese bakery, but they specialize in this huge range of like really special pastries and breads. So we got a couple things, plus some really strong coffee, which is A+ in our book. What is this, Isaac?
I have no idea. Just a lot of people were eating it, so it looked really good. It kind of looked like, sometimes I get these, they call them pineapple buns at the dim sum place in California we go to, but that's what it looked like to me. My guess is like a crunchy exterior.
Can you tell how big this is? Anyway, it was the last one, so yes, we snagged it. It has that classic sweet, crunchy shell.
There's usually custard inside.
Yes. Soft bread underneath. Let me get a little farther in there. Gut reaction? This is super delicious and massive.
It's always good to get something savory to balance out the sweet at these types of places, and this was like a ham and cheese and mustard greens. Almost looks like a little mini kind of flatbread type thing. Oh, good. It's definitely got mayonnaise in it, which is good. I like mayonnaise. A lot of these things in Japan
lot of these pastries do have mayonnaise. A lot of like street food has mayonnaise as a topping, so good thing I like mayonnaise. This is really good. So one thing I didn't realize about Osaka Castle until we got here was that it's in the middle of a gigantic park complex. There's like a big baseball field, kind of mini baseball stadium. There's obviously this like grocery store, or not grocery store, but like convenience store, bakery, coffee shop, like kids play area. They even have like a train that's going through the park, like that drives on the path. And today there's like a community race too. There's a foot race, so people are doing like a 5K or a 10K running around the park. It is really, really cool here. It feels like a community park.
I know this is super cheesy, but I'm so glad we watched the new version of Shogun before we came here, because that's the history that goes into the story. Pretty cool. This is worth the admission alone. What are you doing?
Stamps are really big here. When you go a place, you commemorate your visit by getting a stamp. So I'm getting a stamp, museum stamp.
It's cool.
My stamp.
Osaka Castle was super cool, but now we're ready for this Kuromon Market. Let's go. Why does all the food look so good all the time everywhere?
So we stopped into Kuromon Market and it's overwhelming. There's so many choices, so many incredible looking things. Osaka is kind of like a beef town because it's next to Kobe, so there's so much beef. We might need to get some beef for lunch or noodles or something. But we hit up a convenience store, not a convenience store actually. We hit up a grocery store. There's a grocery store in the middle of this market, and you can always count on them for reasonably priced drinks. So I got a can of coffee and a can of Japanese IPA, so double fisting through the market. 80 yen, so it's like, with the exchange rate, close to 50 cents US for a pretty good can of coffee. I'm gonna really miss this.
I know. We've been hoofing it today. We were at the castle, came down to this market. I needed something refreshing, and Orangina. I haven't had Orangina in years. And this one has Mario on it, so it had to be this bottle.
Orangina feels kind of like a travel beverage.
Yeah, I remember being a kid and doing some pretty cool trips with my family. We'd always keep our eyes open for Orangina. Let's see if it's as good as I remember though. It's got that real orange juice flavor, and I remember why it's so refreshing. The effervescence of it is just perfect. Now I can persevere and keep touristing.
So I finished my coffee. I want to try this Japanese IPA. Very West Coast style, but it has like that fruity flavor, but it doesn't seem sweet. One thing that's really interesting about Japan in general is that public drinking is like okay. In Tokyo, you don't want to walk around with your can of beer. You want to stand outside the konbini and drink it and then give them your can. But in Osaka, it feels like anything goes. Like people are walking and eating, walking and drinking. It's loud, it's rambunctious, it's cool. We passed a tour guide who was giving a little guided tour to 2 or 3 people and overheard him say, you know, Tokyo is more reserved and more uptight, and in Osaka you can do whatever the F you want. Of course, we're gonna always be respectful, but it's fun to just stand on the street in the middle of a market and drink a good beer.
Especially since this is kind of our last stop.
Yeah, last stop for today, then we'll rest at the hotel before dinner.
But I mean, like the last stop on our trip is Osaka. We did a week in Tokyo, and now we're here. It's like come to Osaka to kind of let loose.
Come to Osaka for your vacation.
Ready to do some grilling?
I'm really excited. It looks amazing.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
We had to do this today.
Okay, let me start with this piece, small piece, test piece. Ooh. I'm so excited.
It's definitely an experience.
Yeah. Salt and pepper. Oh my god.
Kobe beef?
Oishii, oishii. Oi.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
It's like so fatty. It's like beef flavored butter.
How is the cooking level?
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Should we do more? You're gonna grease it
Yeah,
up? Let's
grease
go.
it up.
Let's go big time.
They give you a piece of tallow to grease it. It's so good.
So is it? So is it safe to say this is the nicest meat you've ever grilled in your grilling career?
This is, yeah, above and beyond. Insane. It's so good.
Yeah.
And honestly, this isn't, because the exchange rate isn't that expensive. It's like $20. Melt in your mouth. Amazing Kobe beef.
I love wasabi, so that's a yes. First bite. Unbelievable. This is a new experience for me. We just don't have beef like this in the US. It's so soft and delicate.
Oishii, oishii.
I'm never gonna forget this. This is so delicious. It's gotten pretty rainy, and it's really nice when it's like this that you can come into these big shopping centers to find some really good food. Our next spot is something I've been wanting this whole trip. just in the udon place and I had a really interesting experience. I went really confidently up to the vending machine and pushed a button and realized soon after that I picked the wrong thing. So the guys working there were so kind to me and helpful. We figured it out together what it was I wanted and it all worked out. I accidentally picked udon no noodles, and who wants udon with no noodles? So anyhow, I had an amazing meal. We had an amazing meal in there. And I feel like people are so willing to help out tourists like us. If you're just kind, have a smile on your face, say sumimasen a lot of times, which means sorry, they're usually going to be really helpful. And that udon, that was bomb. We had a great night out in Osaka with our friend. He took us to a really cool okonomiyaki place. It was delicious. And then he took us to this really cool bar. And it's like the kind of place where as a tourist you would never find it unless a more local person brought you there. So that was cool. And apparently everyone there, when we came in, thought I looked like Bjork, and that made me feel so cool. So hello from Bjork. But anyway, I thought I would do our evening konbini haul because Isaac is tapping out. Hi.
I'm tired. Yeah, I ate a lot.
So the daily konbini haul will be made by yours truly, sitting you over here. There is a Lawson's conveniently located right next to our hotel here in Osaka. This hotel is blowing us away. All the freebies, really great room, and then of course Lawson's, which we're trying to decide if Lawson's is our favorite because they've got some really good stuff. But anyhow, got us some waters, got us our morning yogurt drink for tomorrow, but also got us some treats because our time here in Japan is slowly coming to an end. So we want to make sure we get all the good konbini treats. Right here, I've been eyeing this for days. It's an egg custard cream eclair. Ooh la la. Let's try this out. Oh, this is really good. It's a lot lighter than the eclairs I've had back in the US, but the custard on the inside is really like light and creamy too. Wow, it's really good. And we wanted to show you one of our favorites, one of our go-tos we've been getting. So this is a dorayaki, and if you're new to the world of dorayaki, it's kind of like two small pancakes, oftentimes filled with red bean, which this has. But we found these dorayakis here that also have like a cream layer as well as the red bean paste. Pancakes on both sides, like fused together. You want this. So good. So we're signing off from Osaka tonight. See you for one more full day in Osaka. We've got some good plans. And then the day after that, we're traveling back to Tokyo to get a little more sightseeing in and then flying home.
It makes no sense. Why is it called Lawson? Why is the logo like is it a big milk jug?
What are we doing here?
We're gonna do a capsule machine and get a capsule toy.